On this edition of Behind the Camera, Cindy Abbott-Litro interviews Jordan Ladd, recently in town filming the movie Curtains.
Jordan, great to have you here in Buffalo. How long have you been in town?
Oh gosh, nearly 3 weeks I've been here. Yeah.
And you are the star of this film. Can you tell us just a little bit about what your role is, what you're playing?
Well, I play a woman named Sarah Conrad, and I'm an opera singer who's retired for a variety of reasons and dealing with some trauma, and I decide to make a return to the stage again.
All right. Well, you know, Jordan Ladd, if you haven't figured it out, Jordan Ladd is the granddaughter of Alan Ladd.
Indeed.
Very Shane fame. And of course, her mother, Cheryl Ladd from Charlie's Angels. You know, it's become such a, you know, were you photographed from the time you were a little girl? Were you in films? Did your mother say, no, you know, did you have privacy growing up? Because your mother was one of the most famous women at the time.
Absolutely. Well, before my mother was famous, when I was 2, I was in commercials, and I was in a James Garner Polaroid commercial. But very quickly, my parents decided that I wasn't going to be a show business kid, and then she got on the show at Charlie's Angels, and you know, they had a very strict policy about not exposing me to a fan base or to the world, and they just let me be a kid. So, you know, they would constantly say no pictures of the baby to the point where I was saying no pictures of the baby to photographers. So I didn't grow up in kind of a Hollywood lifestyle. I had like a normal upbringing.
Did you think about being something other than an actress, or was that sort of just because you were immersed in this from the time you were a child that you chose?
Well, I went through a period of time where I wanted to be a fashion designer because I didn't want to do anything my parents did. Mm-hmm. But it's, you know, it's a funny thing when you grow up in a show business family. Your parents like to play, and they sort of like to prompt you into things. So you end up singing for your supper and performing your way out of getting grounded or something, you know, writing a song or doing a play. Or so, you know, that was encouraged in a certain way, all that creativity growing up.
You know, for most of us, there's this thrill and attraction of the movies, and whether it's on television or you're watching it on your iPad, it's just, you know, people think glamour, glamour, glamour. What is an average week like for you when you work, when you're actually working? This is an independent film that
Yes.
you're working on. You're here and at the Riviera Theater, and what's a day like, a week?
Well, a day, for example, today I got up at 5 in the morning and got picked up at 7, threw on some sweatpants, looked like hell, and got in a makeup chair for a while to look like this, and jumped right into some scenes, and it's a real collaborative effort. And on this, we're doing a major page count, but you know, the camera picks up the scenes in various directions. So you know, there's a lot of pieces that go into kind of making a 40-second scene. A lot of effort, a lot of talents, other talents, collaborating together, and there's so much more work to it than anybody really realizes to just create a perfect frame and a perfect scene. And
what is it that makes you want to do this every day and every year, you know, to be an actress?
Well, it's a few different things. I like to, you know, the concept of sort of joining the circus. I mean, we get to go away and be a group of people and a tribe, if you will, of creative types. But I really like the collaborative aspect of filmmaking. I admire filmmakers, and I love that every department gets to shine. And you know, my role doesn't come to life if I don't have the right hair and the right clothing and the right props and the right light and and the writing, and so many art forms kind of come together to create a story. I was never a theater actress, and theater is really an actor and a writer's medium, but filmmaking is a filmmaker's medium, and it's really shared by everybody. So I love that.
Had you ever been to this region before?
No, this is my first time in Buffalo. I love it.
Tell us about what have you seen, or what have you done? Have people been nice? Or
Everybody's been extremely nice. It's not what I expected at all. It's very hip. It's very, I kind of expected a small town, I've been eating my way through Buffalo. I know everyone says that. I have buffalo thighs. But I've been to some fabulous restaurants, and everyone here is wonderful and helpful, and I'm really enjoying my time here.
Well, that's good, because we're trying to promote the film industry here, and we've been very lucky in that we have tax credits within this state. But we want to, we're called the city of good neighbors, so we want to make sure our guests are happy.
Well, I think that sentiment is true. Good neighbors, I get that sense. I also love too the architecture here is so cinematic. So what a blessing to be able to shoot here, and these buildings are beautiful, and everything is relatively new in Los Angeles. So I appreciate the history.
Well, we are so happy that you are here, Jordan Ladd. We can't wait to be able to see the finished product.
I'm excited too.
And we hope that you will come back another time.
I hope so too. I look forward to it. Thanks.